everybody, it's Jenna Allen with Mental Health Today, and I'm super excited because this topic is about self-discipline and my journey. And so I just kind of wanted to elaborate a little bit about my journey and kind of like what I've been a little bit up to lately. I haven't posted in over a month just because I've been so busy with school and my business and just my own journey, right? So for me, I'm going to get a little bit into the whole self-discipline and what that means to me and how I've applied it to my life. Self-discipline, it's funny because I find that as kids, when we have groundings or we get in trouble, we take it for granted, and I find that it's so funny because as kids we feel like our parents are in the wrong for grounding us. And then as we grow up, we actually realize that we need self-discipline in our lives. We need boundaries with ourselves. We need to be able to tell ourselves when we're doing something wrong. We need to be able to learn from our mistakes. And, that is something I've learned as an adult is this past few months, I have been obviously for the past year, my journey started in 2020. And I moved to a different province the end of 2019, but my journey didn't truly start until 2020. I moved from a toxic environment, and sorry, my cat's in the way. Anyways, so I moved from a province to Alberta. I moved from BC to Alberta, and before I moved to Alberta, I was just in a really toxic environment, and I was living with my ex-best friend at the time, and our friendship just wasn't healthy. And obviously, to this day, I'm over it. I forgive her and I wish her nothing but the best. I have nothing negative to say about anybody I've cut out of my life. All I know is I can keep myself safe. I gotta keep my life safe, and I gotta do what's best for me at the end of the day. So I don't feel guilty for cutting my ties with certain people, but I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, they're a bad person, because no, that's not how it is. Unfortunately, sometimes you're going to run into people or even long-term friends that don't really either understand your journey, respect your journey, or even want what's best for you. And so I find that when we get into these friendships, you change. People change all the time, right? And I think that's really hard for some people to adjust to. And unfortunately, my ex-best friend had a really hard time with change in general, and I think that she saw that I was changing and I was trying to better my life, and I just don't think she understood it. But I don't think she's a bad person. I just don't think she's at that point in her life where she can fully understand my path, and that's okay. I'm not offended by it. I mean, obviously when we ended our friendship at the time, it was painful, but I'm over it now. And so anyways, so my journey ended up being, in 2020, and I took a break. I was in a relationship, and that wasn't working out for a while, so I ended up taking a break from my relationship for a year. We went on our own separate paths, and we just took our own separate path in life, and we just ended up being friends, and we decided that it would be good for us to just go to therapy. And so I started therapy, he started his own therapy, and then I just kind of took my own path in life. I started my business. I started writing what I was thankful for in my gratitude journal. I started listening to podcasts every day. I've just been really trying to self-evaluate my life. And there was a point during my journey that I was just gaining and losing weight. And I realized that I had an eating disorder. I was suffering from another eating disorder. And obviously with COVID, it's really hard not to eat junk food, right? Because you're kind of stuck in isolation for the first while, right? So I mean, luckily things are starting to look up, but no, I started Arbonne, and I started as a preferred client, and I ended up falling in love with the products, and then I ended up becoming an independent consultant, and now I have my own business. I work from home, and I help people with health and wellness now, and it's awesome. I love doing it, and my journey it's going good. I'm taking my time with it, obviously, but I'm just reminding myself to just continue to work hard every day, and just I'm passionate about it, what I love. Like, I love what I do, honestly. Like, I'm passionate about what I do. And so, yeah, like, I've been running every day and stuff. And so I've just been really focusing on my health right now. And that's kind of why I haven't been on YouTube in a while, because I've been really just trying to get my own life together. And I had, like, my main priority right now is Arvon in school and just staying healthy. And so I haven't had much time to do my YouTube, but I'm back. And I've been trying to come up with more topics. It's really hard because obviously you guys have seen I've covered a lot of topics. But yeah, no, honestly, like, for anyone that is on that path of growth or wanting to learn, like, feel free to message me, because honestly, growth is such a beautiful thing. Like, it's overwhelming because you lose and gain people. Like, you go through different types of friendships, but, like, honestly, it's worth it. Because, like, I actually ended up cutting one of my other friends out of my life recently because she was not ready to just grow, and we just didn't see eye to eye. Totally two complete opposite people. We just did not work. And so I wasn't upset about it. I was just like, you know what, I wish you the best, but this isn't healthy anymore. And so I've definitely practiced boundaries. I've practiced what makes me healthy, what makes me safe, and just putting myself first. Obviously, I'm still kind to others and stuff, but honestly, it's been amazing. Like, you know, I'm finally back in a healthy relationship, and it's going really, really well. I'm, like, happier than I've ever been. And yeah, like, taking that break from that relationship was the best thing I ever did. Because I'm a completely different person, and we are completely different people now. And so it's just been incredible. And so, yeah, I've just been focusing on my Arbonne journey and self-discipline. Anyone that's trying to learn about self-discipline, I really recommend keep learning, because it is amazing. Like, for me, one of the examples of self-discipline is when I was trying to lose weight, I made a note on the fridge of, like, what I didn't want to eat and what I wanted to eat, and I just said, okay, this is what's going to happen. These are going to be the consequences if I continue to eat junk food and fast food. And so I actually ended up starting, like, a money jar that I had to put money in every time I ate bad food, which actually pushed me to, like, you know, obviously everything's in moderation, right? Like, if I go for dinner, I order vegan tacos, or if I want to go to Tim Hortons once in a while, I get a grilled wrap with, like, vegetables. Like, so it's like I still get to have that food in moderation, but I don't order, like, burgers. I don't order, like, all the toxic foods or anything. But yeah, no, it's honestly been amazing. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. But if you guys have any questions or any recommendations for new topics, just let me know, and I'll see you guys next time on Mental Health Today. Bye!